across the World Wide Web, and we are ready to talk some sports. Got JQ rocking Ohio State gear, Gary rocking the Oregon gear. Trying to figure out what Andre's rocking there.
It's some overseas Berlin rugby gear because all my teams suck.
Yeah, and I'm one of the smart dudes rocking the Harvard.
That's actually
gear.
Nice, Rob. That's nice, man.
Yeah, that's pretty crisp.
Crispy, man. It's all
Pretty
good.
crisp.
Hey, we're here to talk some sports on this amazing December night. What's today? Today is Wednesday the 3rd. Man, we're having some fun. I cannot wait to share the airways with you guys. We always do this. We always have some fun here. So we always like to do this, check in with the fellas. We're going to talk about our feelings. We have some time to get some therapy in. I know JQ's walking out, but it's all good. So without further ado, let me get the crawls going here. And we like to do some check-ins. So I'm going to let JQ get set. He's ready. Nice jersey, man. How you feel this evening, JQ?
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Back in this thing. Rocking my press card.
We got Richard saying hello to us. Hi, Richard.
What's up, Richard?
I was gonna say what's up to that. Yeah, just
Thanks for tuning in.
Appreciate you.
Hey, Richard.
Hello, Newman.
Doing good over here. Get the monkey off my back this year. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Richard.
Richard
actually, he actually did go for Ohio State last week, if I remember that. So he actually was on your
He said they thought he was going by 24. He was close.
Richard trying to make amends. We love it. Good job, man. JQ's feeling good because obviously Ohio State did what they had to do. We'll recap that. We got to talk about some college football playoff scenarios, all this fun stuff here. Robert Ford rocking, as we talked about, looking crispy here, rocking the Harvard, man. Very nice. I should get my Stanford out next week, but good stuff, Rob. How you feeling?
Yeah, pull out the Stanford gear, right? Stanford got a new football head coach. But yeah, hey, man, feeling good, man. I'm in Bozeman, Montana, but I had a nice southern meal, some fried chicken with some asparagus. Man, had a good dinner tonight, man. So I'm ready to talk some sports.
Did you say fried chicken?
Mm-hmm.
Not chicken fried steak, but fried chicken, huh? Okay, all right.
Yeah. All the way up in Bozeman.
I don't know if I would trust that shit, but okay.
It was good.
Chicken fried chicken.
We're at.
All right.
We're at, Rob. Where'd you eat?
Where? It's a place called Mint.
Is that right downtown?
Yeah. It's not far from the airport in Bozeman.
Okay.
Yeah. Bozeman does have a nice little downtown too, though.
Thanks, Richard. We'll figure out what's going on with the feed. Hopefully, it's not something with our connections here. So we appreciate the heads up. Do we sound good? I mean, everything's clear so far, guys.
I hear you guys clearly.
Yeah.
Okay. We're just making sure, doing a quick little check. All good. Hey, shout out to Gary and his Dallas Cowboys. He's probably the one person on this podcast that's team is playing well, man. So, man, they're in a good spot, man. So, how you feeling, Mr. Gary?
One game at a time.
Okay.
They got no room for error. One game at a time. But they're playing good. They're playing really good.
Nice. All right. Well, he's all calm tonight. He's like, we're playing good. This is where we thought we were going to be, So let's just keep this going.
I looked at the standings and
Sucks
the Bengals only 2 games back.
Don't talk about it. Don't say it out loud.
Let's go. We're going to have some fun here. Hopefully we get the feed fixed, Richard, and all that fun stuff too. So without further ado, we're going to get the show started. Just a couple of quick notes for you guys out there. We want to talk about a little crawl where to follow us in all of our endeavors here. Follow us on Twitter or X at the number 12 THMAN Sports. We are on Facebook Live, as you probably see right now, where we're streaming. If you go to facebook.com/talking sports with the 12th man or 12th man sports, you'll find us in that arena. And we're on YouTube. We talked about that too. We're also streaming on YouTube, which is our YouTube channel, which is another 12th man sports. We got a lot of ways to follow us, and we're just getting this party started. We got another year messing around and getting better and tweaking the show and having some fun here. So we can't wait to continue to expound on the shows. But let's talk about really quickly have to get some college basketball here. And Syracuse with the nice upset of number 13 Tennessee. Shout out to Nathan George, man. He left Georgia Tech, man. Going to Syracuse, but that's all right, man. But it's good to see them again play some, obviously a tough matchup. And, Rick Barnes is like, what? So, Tennessee's ranked number 13th. But what do you have to say about that? I don't know who takes that. JQ or Rob first out the gate.
Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, hey, Syracuse got Carmelo Anthony's son on the team, Keon Anthony. He just not a starter. He came off the bench, got 7 points last night. But yeah, a big home win for Syracuse. Obviously, that's a tough place to go on the road and win in college basketball. And Tennessee's got one of the best freshmen in the country, and Nate Ament. He's probably going to be a top 5 or maybe top 10 pick at the worst in the country. So, but yeah, a big win for Syracuse. And we had 3 top 25 matchups last night, right? JQ talked about it earlier. Duke hit a 3-pointer at the close to the buzzer and got a stop. And Cameron Boozer, Carlos Boozer's son, also looks like a top 5 pick, 29 points last night. So he's looked like the real deal. Looked like he's a lot better than his brother. His twin brother is. So I think his twin brother's going to need some more college. But Cameron's going to be ready for the NBA. This coming summer for the draft. And the Tar Heels, man, they got 2 bigs, and Caleb Wilson and Henry Vachar, and Caleb Wilson, another guy, one of the top freshmen in the country, 6'10". He's another guy who's probably going to be top 5, top 6, top 7 range for North Carolina. So they got 2 bigs. They're playing at a slower pace than what they normally like to do. Roy Williams, Hubert Davis, they like to play kind of an up-tempo, fast pace, like to be in that 80s or 90s scoring range. But they're playing to their personnel, and they got the 2 bigs down low. So big-time road win over Kentucky last night. And UConn taking care of business against Kansas. Kansas didn't have Darren Peterson, and we all know that Darren Peterson could possibly be number 1 pick in the draft.
Let's go, cousin. We need you, my guy. Yeah.
So he's missed 7 straight games, so it's a big blow for Kansas.
He's holding out.
Listen, you covered all of that. The fact that Carlos Boozer and Carmelo Anthony's sons are of age to be playing college basketball is, oh my God, it makes me feel so old.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of these guys, man. Peja Stojakovic, he's got a son at Illinois, right? We talk Carmelo Anthony. There's a lot of these guys that got sons that playing ball in college right now.
Yeah,
ton of them. What?
It's about 10 or 11 of them.
It's a ton. Yeah,
a few off the top of my head. LeBron James got a son in Arizona.
Pippen,
well, and he don't play. Bryce don't play at all.
No.
But you know what? JQ's gonna have to cover his ears. Jalen Rose was talking about how his kids were they didn't have the same type of just that it factor like he had because coming out and I think it's the same thing. I mean, name a star from a son that was just a great player. I mean, obviously, a couple, but it's the Shaq. It's hard to follow in those footsteps, right? Yeah, go ahead.
So you see that interview? It was they were giving Gary Payton and Tim Hardaway. Forget what show they were on. They had that same exact conversation, and they were like, "Yeah, because we grew up so hungry and poor that we had
Yep.
These sons, they've lived this, not entitled, but this life where they didn't have to have
comfortable.
That's why they're good.
Life of privilege."
But Cameron Boozer, though, Carlos Boozer's son, he looked like he can be a star in the NBA. And, he
we're going to say it's few and far
like
between, though. That's what it seems like. But it seems like it's few and far between. And that's the thing. Sometimes, but I was saying, name a star that son was better than the dad.
Think about this. Are we gonna really call Carlos Boozer a star? I think he was good. I think he was serviceable.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm gonna say the star.
He made a couple of All-Star games, but he wasn't a superstar. Nobody.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So it's always reversed. It's reversed. Kobe. Bean Bryant wasn't that great, but his son was amazing. So. Michael Jordan was great, but his sons were okay. Marcus and Jeff, they didn't do anything. Jalen Rose was, I know you hate Jordan, but he was, great, good. I mean, in the NBA. But then his kid, they didn't really have that same type of, like you said, fire or just kind of hunger. Because Jalen was like, my dad, what? And he was always mad at his dad for not, showing up. I'm gonna prove to you that, So
I would never want my kid to play the same sport I played anyway. So it's so hard on them. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, you're gonna naturally go into, if you have a love for the game, then you want that, right? Like, hey, I want to be like my dad, or my dad's always there. Like Dale Curry, same thing. Like
And I
Dale
think
Curry
part
was
of it
a
is
great shooter.
these kids all have a plan B.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
They've got their educational background. They're probably got on a trust fund, and there's no wants there.
Yeah.
There's no needs there. So they're it's different. If you go up and you get a shot, and you know you're going to have a shot, and you grew up poor, like most of their dads did.
Yeah.
That's plan A, and they got no plan B.
Right.
There it is.
It's the only plan.
There it is.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Andre. Dale Curry. Steph Curry turned out to be better than him, but Dale wasn't a superstar.
Great shooter.
He was like a six-man come off the bench that can shoot the ball. Yeah.
So I went on a little tangent there, but I was just maybe kind of thinking about that for sure, as far as whenever you were talking about the Boozers of the world too. But any other games you want to highlight, Rob, as far as some top-ranked matchups? We talked about what happened last night too, as well as
No, I'm just glad Syracuse got off the snag.
Those were the 3 games.
Syracuse had a rough start to the season schedule-wise, so that's a big win for them to get at least one of those. The victory that's going to come in big come Selection Sunday.
Yeah, big time as far as there's nostalgia with the program. It's always recognized.
Just resonate, right? Because where were they? They were in Hawaii. I forget where they were, but they lost 2 really tough games here that they started the season. That Syracuse schedule has been rough.
Yeah. I think they was in that tournament in Vegas where they had all those good teams.
Vegas,
yeah.
The Players Era Festival.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. There it is. Let's keep this moving here. We're at our top 5 teams in the NFL, and I'm gonna throw some little interjection because I can't believe this is where we're at, man. 2 of my hated teams are actually in the top spots here. I cannot believe that we have to go here, but if you're looking at kind of records here and whatnot too, so I can't believe we're here. We thought the Patriots were going to kind of be down, but they're right back up there at 11-2. Like, what the hell? I got the Broncos at 10-2. My love-hate relationship for Sean Payton still goes back to his days for the Saints and everything like that. The Bears, I got them at number 3. Shows you what good coaching does. Ben Johnson had an opportunity. Don't know why the Falcons couldn't freaking get him on the snide, but that's another conversation. Even though the Rams lost,
you already have Raheem Morris, man.
You know what, Rob? I'm not going to talk to you about this. Even though the Rams lost to the Panthers, I still have them as a top squad at 9-3, and then the Seahawks, obviously 9-3. Maybe our next.
You did though.
Clint Kubiak.
You just hired Ben Johnson this year. You already had a coach.
Rob, I'm talking about whenever they apparently they didn't want to interview, man. What the hell, man? They should have said something, throw some money, do something, man. Come on, damn it. Shows you what good coaching does.
Full-blown range bait. Full-blown range bait.
All the time. I need to switch to habitual line step for Rob. Oh, it's back to
get out
this.
of here, man.
We're gonna do this right now. We're gonna do habitual line step for Rob instead of Gary.
Yes, thank you.
Let's go. Let's do this right now.
I know.
Show this as well.
I was messing with JQ before the show. I said, bro, Brian Hartline is going to love living in Tampa, so he's happy to get out of Columbus.
Just rage bait. Rage bait.
Taking it. There it is. That was a trivia question yesterday, too, as a matter of fact. What do you guys – who wants to go first, Gary or Rob, for your top 5?
I'll go. I'll go.
You go, Gary? All right.
Yeah. New England is in the top 5, of course, but I think that their schedule's been a little soft in some areas. So with that said, I've got Green Bay at 5. I got Denver at 4. I got Seattle at 3. I've got New England at 2. And I've got the Rams at 1 because their schedules. That NFC West is a tough ass division.
But the Rams are 1. They just lost to Carolina on Sunday.
I know.
Hey, you about as bad as Stephen A. Smith, man, putting the Rams up at number 1 after a loss.
Gotta have a letdown sometime, right?
It's Stephen A. Smith. Oh man, I didn't realize they lost. I'm like,
I mean, you don't be playing who's in front of you, Gary, too. But I mean, that's why we love this. It's
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. All right. I got them at number 4 because I mean I think they're one of the top teams, even though maybe they just had one of those bad games. But maybe they'll look here.
No, and the reason why I put him there is I looked at the other teams that that are in there, and I just think that the Rams could beat any of these teams that I've got up there.
That's fair. Yeah. All right.
No, they're definitely capable. I would agree with you there.
100%.
Definitely. I think when the Rams are at their best, they can certainly beat anybody in the league. I would definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Go ahead, Rob. Do your top five.
I'm going to go with the Patriots number one. I mean, you can make a case that their schedule's been somewhat weak, but they've been blowing out people, man. And they're doing it. And the receivers playing well. Hunter Henry at the tight end position. I mean, Drake May is dropping dimes, man. His accuracy has been almost Drew Brees-like. I mean, he's like in the mid-70s in completion percentage, man. It's been unreal. He's getting the protection on the offensive line. Mike Vrabel's got the defense playing a lot better year over year than they were on last year. Hey, that's who I wanted the Saints to hire. But, I know we couldn't compete with him being a former Patriot and going back to New England. So I got to go with the Patriots number one. The Broncos just keep finding ways to win. Nothing impressive. The defense has been good. Bo Nix doesn't seem like he plays well into the fourth quarter. But, they're finding ways to win. I mean, even his mechanics all of a sudden get better in the fourth quarter. It's weird. You watch the games, his mechanics is a little off the first three quarters, and all of a sudden his mechanics is tight in the fourth quarter. I'm going to go Denver number two. Seattle, I got them number three, and their games when they win, man, they just blowing people out, man. It's not even close. And their defense and the way they playing on special teams, Jackson Smith and Jigba and Sam Darnold's got a great connection going out there in Seattle, and so they're my top NFC team right now. I got the Bears number four. You can see the progression of Caleb Williams, and I think he's still some opportunity for him to continue to grow. And their defense has been playing well. You got to, Dennis Allen is at his best as a defensive coordinator, and that was a great hire for the Chicago Bears. Then I have the Rams at number five. Now, I do agree when the Rams are on, they can beat any of those teams above them. But obviously kind of a shocking loss. But we talked about this. Some of these cross-country games can be a little tricky. Sometimes you saw Denver went to Washington and had to get an overtime win the other night. So some of these cross-country games can be a little tricky, whether it's college or pro. But I got the Rams at number five, and I still think Matthew Stafford is a MVP candidate this year.
Listen, I was with you on the first three. I agree. I think we're all Patriots haters in here. I was going to go number one. But I said it, and certain people, Robert Ford, made fun of me about the Broncos being my AFC pick to come out to go to the Super Bowl. He made fun of me before the season started. I just want to put that out there. Not taking it to it, but I said that before the season started. Did I not?
You did. I give him credit.
I said that.
Go JQ. Yeah,
I've been talking about that Broncos defense. I said all they had to do was get them a quarterback that just wouldn't lose a game for them, and Bo Nix is not doing that. And you're seeing what's happening. I don't know how sustainable that is year over year. Because remember, Kansas City last year was winning all those close one possession games. This year, it's going the opposite way. So you can't keep relying on that every year. But right now, you got to get them to position now. Number two.
The only thing that go ahead. I'm sorry, JQ.
Yeah, I was going to take Seattle 3. I was going to go with the Rams at 4. I think that was just messing with you earlier. I just think they just had a blip. I agree. Going cross country, playing in the rain. I just can't put the Bears in there yet because I just don't know how you can keep winning with your quarterback. What's he completing like 56% of his passes? Like I just don't.
The way they run the ball and play defense, though.
Somebody catch him though. You can't have your quarterback to only complete 50% of his passes. I'm gonna go with Green Bay at 5.
Nice. Okay.
That Green Bay defense is rounding the form. They've gotten healthier. You don't want to mess with them in Parsons. When Jordan Love is on, and I know I just said about Caleb, I feel like Jordan still has a better pass completion percentage.
Slightly better.
At the wide receiver position in the absence of Tucker Kraft getting hurt. But that defense, man, woo! They get a lead, and they pin their ears back, and they get after the quarterback, bro. So I mean, it's tight right there at the 5 spot. I could go, with the Bears there. I mean, and we ain't talking about it, but San Francisco's still sitting there at 9-4.
That's a good pick. I mean, I actually think the Packers are going to beat the Bears this weekend.
I do too. So
Yeah.
I'll revise that. If that happens, I'll have them jump Green Bay. But I just like the way the Packers are playing, so I'll put them in 5.
Yeah, and do you really trust Caleb Williams? That's the question, because he's a young guy, right? And that's the thing, right? He's playing well. I mean, he's had some adversity, but he's still a young guy. You definitely like how Jordan Love's been kind of in the, he's been in the playoffs. He's had more big games, so that's kind of where I can see that edge can kind of go to the Packers. Another one of my squads. Yeah, you kind of keep an eye on that as well too. So that's not a bad situation.
Also, that's what worries me about Denver. I was going to say is because they win these close games and stuff. And Rob, what you alluded to, where Bo Nix doesn't start playing until the fourth quarter. That could very well bite you in the ass in the playoffs when you're playing all of these teams. You've got to play good for 4 quarters if you're going to.
It's interesting because
I don't think nobody wants to go to New England in January either in the playoffs.
Oh, hell no.
Hell no.
I think Sean Payton sometimes protects Bo early in the game. You watch them defense, they want to run the ball and throw screens, and then when it gets tight, they allow him to open it up. Like that game the other day. Cortland Sutton's their number one. It took till deep in the second quarter for Cortland Sutton to even get a target. I was sitting there like, I know I got him on team, so I know it's.
Well, that in itself should be concerning.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
Training wheels off though, right?
Yeah.
Like he's a pro at this point. You can't keep protecting him. You gotta let him just go ahead and play from the get-go. I think sometimes Sean comes out and says he's gonna play defense and run the ball, and then when they don't get ahead enough, then he unleashes Bo Nix. I think he's got to go from the get-go, and you might see a little bit more out of him, but that's just me watching.
He's got the training wheels on for a reason. Sean Payton's a smart offensive mind, and
we can talk to that. Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
it's tough, right? Because you talk about an interesting point, Gary. Because I think that that's why they're good coaches, right? Because they can kind of analyze the situation and they're able to win these close games because a lot of their teams have they know that they've got that winning gene. There's been if I look at the other side, if I look at my team, like man, they just don't know how to win. You don't know how to finish games, and that's a challenge. Yeah, good to see you, my guy. And then, certain teams just keep, hey, you're going to keep the game close. I'm going to, hey, make this play. That's what good coaching does, So you can see that,
good teams find a way to win, bad teams find a way to lose.
100% accurate. Good stuff.
Yep.
So that's just something from my observation, as you said too. I'm like, hey, he told you, hey, this is the look I'm looking for. You don't see it, dump it off. This is what we're looking for. We're gonna play the game close. Don't do anything stupid. Right now, this ain't. I don't have Drew Brees on my squad. Drew Brees, man, I'm dialing up some crazy, situation calls and whatnot too. So he can give it a little too crazy, but Drew Brees has seen every defense out there. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft. They're finalists for the NFL Hall of Fame. We talked about. I think we had a couple of situations. We talked about Belichick's North Carolina stint. We don't think that's going to affect him right now, even though it's a shitty situation right now. But it's pretty good to have Tom Brady, I would say. And Robert Kraft, good job, man. The injury to Drew, that's just crazy how that.
They signed that quarterback in the transfer portal for $4 million. North Carolina. He come from South Alabama or somewhere like that.
Look, he's from Mobile. It's the last thing he should have did. He ain't got no sense.
There it is.
They paid him $4 million.
Let's go, man.
And he has a Jack-ish.
That's you get your money back for that.
I wonder if when Bill Belichick goes into the Hall of Fame, if he's going to have that
young girl
have that cameraman for Spygate present as his presenter.
I knew that was it. I knew exactly what that was.
Wow.
And then for that matter, maybe that boy that was rubbing out Kraft could be his presenter.
Oh my goodness! Oh man!
If you could fly him up to Tampa.
Come on, Gary.
We should go on to the next topic.
Let's keep this moving here. We talked. Gary is not a fan of the Patriots.
Bill Belichick should be in the Hall of Fame, and also Roger Craig from the old 49ers.
Let's go.
Was a finalist too. I was like, man, he's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Very surprising.
Wow. So he's also a finalist too.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do the coaches on the hot seat. Raheem Morris. That's what I've got for my hot. No, on a serious note,
You got to give him at least 3 years, man.
Raheem Morris is on the hot seat.
Don't.
No, the hell you don't, man. Come on, man. You got to see progress, man. It's not happening.
They find ways to lose. The bad thing about it is, if listen, we live here. You go out and watch the game, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah," but everybody said the same thing, and they say the same thing about the Bengals on the home. Just keep watching. You know what happens in the fourth quarter? They're gonna find a way to lose this game. When your fan base is so jaded with what you have happening, bro, it's time to move on.
Yeah, it's not even fair. I mean, and like I like Raheem, man. I think he's a good dude, man. I was excited, man. But then
I love having a bear with him. But I want him to coach my team. Him and Zach Taylor.
100%.
What are you gonna do? Promote Zach Robinson?
No, you're gonna have a new change of the regime. You can't get rid of anybody right now. It's too late in the season. Nothing's happening right now. Special teams. It's 3 phases of the game, man. Whenever Kirk Cousins did just enough, defense is playing, pretty good, but then special teams gives up, freaking 90-something yards and then fumble, man. It's like, come on, man. Like, it's just a whole.
I wish Mike Tomlin. I wish the Bengals would fire Mike Tomlin. If Pittsburgh fires Mike Tomlin, they're some idiots.
100%. So, and they're like, oh, we'd rather be. And then you got the freaking Eagles fans over here complaining about.
If they fire Mike Tomlin, he'll make them pay every time they play.
Listen, that's why I hope he goes to the Bengals. I hope they fire Zach Taylor and get him.
Man, yeah, that'd be a good look. That'd be a good look.
Is this his? He should be fired. And if he does get fired, is this going to be the end? That's it. Take him and his walker and go to the damn assistant.
I don't know if that's the case. The problem is you just can't let him pick the groceries. He wanted Geno, and that's been the dumpster fire.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we talked about that. So,
I always say you got to give him at least 3 years, but I think Pete Carroll is definitely the one that could be on the hot seat after 1 year for sure.
Gannon as well.
What about Jonathan Gannon?
I keep saying it. I've said it about 5 or 6 times on this show. I don't even understand why he still has a job after what happened early this year.
And Stefanski, you got him. Whatever the dumpster fires in Cleveland. That's crazy. I got him on the list.
Did y'all see that with Shadur and he won his first start in the league? That video, Stefanski was going around the locker room praising everybody. Then by the time he got to Shadur, it was all mellow.
Listen, that's bad. But I'm not gonna put all that on Stefanski. The Browns are just a dumpster fire as an organization. He also was coach of the year.
I actually think he's a good coach.
I know he is. You gave him 2 rookie quarterbacks drafted in the same thing 2 rounds apart. What the hell was he supposed to do? Then you trade Joe Flacco. He was in a bad spot.
Yeah, it's like I have some questions, guys. What do you think about Sean McDermott? Not that he's on the hot seat, but you do got to wonder what's happening with that. I know, like the 49ers. I know my brother-in-law Mike. Shout out. He's kind of sick of Kyle Shanahan, and then the same thing was happening with Mike. With the Packers. Now, granted, I know this is crazy. Packers like it's playoff or bust. And Mike. Obviously Matt LaFleur is on there too. So
I wish they would. I wish all 3 of those teams would do that dumb shit, so I can have a better pool of candidates for the Bengals to pick from when we fire Zach Taylor. Please do that dumb shit.
Yeah, I agree. And the Mike McDaniel
49er fan be tired of Shanahan when he's just even through all of the injuries and stuff that they had this year. Every week, people were thinking go onto these talk shows, and I'm watching them all the time, and they can't win. They don't have this player.
Fourth quarter, man. They said he never
keep winning.
They 9-4.
I know.
Green Bay.
That's what I'm saying. How can you bitch about that?
Right. Give me 9-4. Listen, I'd be out there with a Zach Taylor jersey on. 9-4.
Let me tell y'all something. Green Bay is not getting rid of Matt LaFleur. 49ers is not getting rid of Kyle Shanahan. Now, the Steelers, watch that one with Tomlin, though.
That would be a stupid move.
You really think that's happening, Rob? You really think
he's the one that they could possibly mutually decide to go and I think it'll be dumb, but he's the one to watch. But 49ers not getting rid of Kyle Shanahan. And Buffalo's not getting rid of Sean McDermott. And Green Bay is
I was just asking the question because, again, you talk about a team that's underachieving. That's the only thing I thought about that, because I was just.
The only thing with Mike Tomlin that the situation reminds me of is Andy Reid in Philadelphia. Like, they might look at each other and say, hey, man, we just sick of each other.
Yeah. I mean, if Mike Tomlin got let go, man, I would be like, how much do you want, man? Because
we all said that about Andy Reid. He can't win the big game. It's an NFC Championship game every year. can't win it. He fires and goes to win Super Bowls in Kansas City. Philadelphia moves on, they get a Super Bowl. But that
Well,
doesn't
Richard's a Steelers fan, and I don't think he would like.
Really? Is Richard a Steelers fan? I didn't realize. Okay, yeah. Well, like I said, Richard, you got to talk to your computer.
JQ just shaking his head.
I think my camera needs to be flipped.
I'll flip it, Rob. To keep going. So, I mean, but I know we talk about this as well. We talk about how a lot of times, the fan bases are the ones. And Rob, like I said, I'm coming from a place of, from my perspective, I know Jake, you can kind of speak as well, because you want to see progress. If you're kind of losing close games and stuff like that, get that. But again, you want to see progress. And I think is like, you can only lose so many, situations where, not calling timeouts, not putting the team, the team looks unprepared. You shouldn't be losing to the Jets. I mean, again, that's one situation where, like, it's the Jets, man. Come on, man.
Yes, Jets.
That is not a situation. And I'm over here thinking, yeah, we can actually pull some stuff off. Then you lose to the. I'm like, nah, man. This is some bullshit, man. Right now, I was hot. And like I said, he was sit there and Raheem's like, well, I don't think we should change anything. No, what the whole logic is totally off. You sat up there and put, Mooney out there is like, hey, he had a broken collarbone. If he has a broken collarbone, why do you get rid of Ray McLeod? Well, we fired I Killard. Why did you fire I Killard? Because that, you're kind of shaking up something. That's not a good situation. You fired a good coach. Then you don't fire the special teams guy, because that is a dumpster fire right there. We've been playing terrible. The Jets sat there and said, oh, yeah, we knew exactly, all the gaps. What the hell? Change some shit up. Coach them up. Do something else.
But the special teams coach for the Falcons did a great job, because he cut Koo. And Koo missed the doggone field.
Hey, Rob.
Listen, he looked like my 9-iron from 145 out. The whole yard behind it.
Shout out to Duke. Duke was like,
yeah, what was that? I could do that.
I had never seen that in all my years of watching
football. I haven't either,
Rob, man. Hey, I'm not saying anything. Shout out to Duke here. Duke was like, somebody got paid to kind of like throw the game. I'm like, it kind of looks like that, man, because no one saw that shit. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
I've never seen anything like that.
No one has seen anything like that. I'm just saying. I was like, Duke? He's like, was there some gambling involved? I'm like, possibly, because no one has seen that shit ever before.
Well, they were going to lose bad in that game anyway, but to miss
they were going to lose, but come on, man.
Come on, to a yard.
Looks like his foot got stuck in a curve or something.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Wow.
Anyway, I digress. I'm just saying. So we can talk about all of our situations here. I'm not saying that we're going to go back to Mike McCarthy there, Gary, but it just seems like you got to have somebody in here that has a shred of like knowledge and winning, man, because this is just unbelievably bad, man, for our side. So please, all those three teams, get rid of one of those coaches like we talked about. We'll be right there. I know it's not happening.
Your only hope is Pittsburgh and the Steelers and Mike Tomlin decide to. They're not gonna fire him. They're gonna come out with this mutually parting ways kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's.
Rob, don't let your Saints bias get in here, Rob. What'd you say, Gary?
I said, who cares what they call it? If he's no longer the coach, that would be an absolutely stupid move on their part.
No, I'm not saying I agree with it.
Yeah, and then that's the same way with the Niners.
That's your best out of those four teams. Like I said, the Niners are not getting rid of Shanahan. Green Bay is not getting rid of Matt LaFleur, and Buffalo is not getting rid of their coach too. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying the Tomlin thing is going to happen, but out of those four teams, that's the best. I think the highest percentage of one that could happen.
Okay, let's say that happens. Okay, let's say that they mutually part ways with Tomlin. Now, who do the Steelers go after?
Great question.
Yeah,
I agree. Arthur Smith is there. Arthur Smith may be there. He may.
Okay, let's go next topic.
I agree.
Mr. 7-10 himself, Arthur Smith.
There you go. Hey,
3
but
years
at least
in a row going 7-10.
But at least we know that Gannon. I'm pretty sure we think that Gannon's probably going to be gone. We know that Stefanski's going to be gone. Pete Carroll has the opportunity, and Raheem. Those are probably the guys. I'm not sure how you feel about Zach Taylor there. JQ.
What you mean? How many years in a row you going to the playoffs? What you mean? How you feel about him?
He's out. He's out.
He's a lame duck head coach. His contract is up next year. Most teams don't let you go into the final year of your contract without extending you if they want to keep you. So,
last name. I got you.
So Zach Taylor should be out.
Yep. Listen, anybody with a pulse should say that. You got T, Jamar, and Joe, and you suck ass.
Let's go.
But Joe missed most of the season
because he be out to call that bullshit. Get out the shotgun out of every play.
Let me do this last one.
Man, I can't even drink my water, man. You almost made me spit it out.
Yeah, he made me spit it out. What about Mike McDaniels? He's still on the list, or are they still kind of like, is that one?
That's another one to watch. Nobody expects anything out of the Dolphins, and we didn't even talk about it.
Yeah, they've actually won like 3 in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
They tried to give that game away to New Orleans. They tried. I watched a whole bunch of that game. They was awful. They got up and then proceeded to almost, you saw it, they proceeded to almost give that game away to New Orleans. Listen, it's
Chris Olave dropped the game winner.
Listen, come on,
right in his hands.
I saw it.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Justin Herbert here. He's going to have, he didn't practice Wednesday, but he has that fractured hand. I want to say he had successful surgery to stabilize a fracture in his left hand. That's crazy. You got a plate and screws in your hand. That's
non-throwing hand.
It is his non-throwing hand. I'll give you that. But right now it's kind of swelled up. So
Aaron Rodgers missed one game when he had something similar a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, the Chargers play on Monday night. I mean, it is one extra day, possibly could help. All indications are he's preparing to play, but the Chargers are saying he's day-to-day at this point, but they are preparing him to be the starter. So it's going to be interesting.
Who the Chargers playing on Monday night?
The Eagles.
You know what that tells me? The backup quarterback sucks. That's what that tells me. We don't want to see that dude. That's what that tells me.
Well, you know who the backup quarterback is, right?
Trey Lance.
Yeah, Tyler Haneke.
Yeah.
Trey Lance.
So,
Trey Lance too.
If Trey Lance is starting that game, the Eagles are going to win, right? The game's in Los Angeles. And if Trey Lance is starting, the Eagles are going to win.
Could we play devil's advocate? If you play Justin Herbert with a broken left hand, don't the Eagles still win that game anyway?
You can make a case of that, yeah.
Is Lance the backup or is Heinicke the backup? Oh, Lance is the backup. Okay.
Trey Lance. He came in the game when he got hurt. I was watching it. I watched Red Zone, so it pops into all the games. So I know it's Trey Lance.
Okay, I got you.
I just don't think the Chargers. Well, I guess I can't say that no more, given how bad the Eagles have played. I just don't know if I think the Chargers.
Not good.
Yeah, a healthy Justin Herbert. I'm picking the Chargers in that game at home.
Ooh, but he ain't healthy though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A healthy Justin Herbert, I'm picking the Chargers. But if he's not, yeah, you got to go with the Eagles.
Let's go. All right.
That's why I think I would just give him another week to try to get better and let that swelling go down like you talked about, Dre.
It's tough, man. Gary, your thoughts, man?
Come on. Beat Philadelphia, please. Any way you can. That's my thought.
It's they're kind of reeling.
Trey Lance might be still mad at Dallas for trading him, so he might lose on purpose.
I'm
kidding. I know he's not going to do that.
Yeah, listen, Trey Lance is hanging on this league by a thread. He need to go out there and have a good game.
I know. I'm being facetious.
Yeah, right. He's hanging on.
You're out there playing for the Alouettes.
That's hilarious. Hey, all right, let's get to some scores. So let's talk
about Argonauts.
Wow. All right,
Canadian
guys.
Football League.
CFL for the teams that we're talking about, America.
All right, let's talk about this. Let's get through some NFL predictions, and like you said, Richard, they'll be running shotgun full time. You're not lying. All right, let's talk about an interesting game. We got the Cowboys at the Lions here. The Cowboys playing with a lot of confidence, whipping up on the Chiefs. The Lions are coming obviously from that loss from the Packers. Jordan Love had 4 touchdown passes here. This is going to be a good game. I'm going to start off with you, Gary. Your thoughts about this, man, because Lions, we keep saying they're going to be pissed off about certain things, but the Cowboys are pretty confident right now.
Yeah, they're confident, and I was not confident with the Cowboys at all the beginning of this season.
You were.
Wasn't happy with the decision with the head coach. I wasn't happy with Dak Prescott getting all this damn money. I wasn't.
Now
happy
you love
with
them both all of a sudden.
I wasn't happy with them getting rid of our Micah Parsons. And, I heard Jerry Jones talk about he's going all in, and I didn't see jack shit. Jerry went all in. He shored up that defensive line against the run, which they desperately needed.
Yeah.
We got healthy, and quite frankly, Dak is playing the best I've ever seen him play.
Yeah.
And I think that
and a sneaky good trade.
Well.
Sneaky good trade getting George Pickens, by the way. Sneaky good trade, man. That was a great move.
Just great moves.
Pickens and Quinnen Williams. All of a sudden, the defense is playing better since they got Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
Drawing double teams.
They caused 4 straight punts from the Kansas City, which was huge.
Yeah.
So with that said, I think that the Cowboys, I've got all the confidence in the world in them right now. So I'm picking the Cowboys 31-17.
Ooh-wee. Rich just got Lions by 7. That's hilarious.
That edge rusher, the rookie from Boston College, for all of a sudden for the Cowboys, been playing better too. Donovan Arrozaruco. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing his last name, but second-round pick out of Boston College. He's been playing a lot better for them in the last few weeks too.
Listen, you got the reinforcements back. You Overshown back. Like, it's just, listen, they're getting better and getting healthier. And you look at Detroit. Amon-Ra Brown, if he plays, he's not going to be close to 100%. He got that ankle rolled up on.
Yeah.
Sean Arnold going on IR with the shoulder. They are banged up. Detroit is banged up.
Really.
And that's why I like Dallas in this game, is because Detroit's so banged up. I mean, to me, this is a play-in game. Not a game, an elimination game. The loser is going to be really, really hard pressed to try to get into the playoffs if they lose this game. But the way Dallas is just smoking people on offense. And if we talk about it, we talk about how really good that Detroit offensive line was. They were trying to bring Roggenbaugh back. But then he felt his physical, so that's also another, health injury for them if they don't get him back. Detroit is taking over my career, bro. If you're Dallas are playing with so much confidence, I'm gonna go with Dallas.
What's your score?
35-24.
I'm going with Dallas for the same reasons that JQ just mentioned. Their secondary is extremely banged up, and I don't know how in the world they're going to be able to cover George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb in this game. I think Dak Prescott and those two receivers have an absolute field day against this Detroit secondary. I still think Detroit's going to be able to put up some points, so I think it will be kind of close, but I think Dallas goes on the road and wins tomorrow night. I'm going to go 31-28. Dallas on the road. I just don't see how Detroit's going to be able to stop those receivers.
Yeah, I'm picking the Cowboys as well, man. I like how they're playing.
We double team both the wide receivers.
Yeah. I like CeeDee Lamb's playing well. Confidence that George Pickens. Like I said, secretly, I hope that Falcons throw all the money they have as his free agent. I don't think it's going to leave Dallas, but I can hope and dream. But I like the Cowboys in this.
Act right.
What's your score on the game?
I've got it like 31-21.
I think I was a tight end in the former life.
You probably were. Hey, the next game we have the Texans at the Chiefs, and I'll admit, man, CD Stroud played well. The Texans defense was suffocating against the Colts. Didn't see that coming. I thought CD was going to struggle, but I was wrong in that particular instance. But I am going to say that the Chiefs were going to beat I got the Chiefs in this particular matchup. So that's what I've got for this one.
I'm going to go Chiefs too, but that Texas defense is playing outstanding right now, right?
100%. 100%.
And all of a sudden, they right back there in the hunt for winning that division. And the Colts are kind of starting
to fall
apart a little bit with that Daniel Jones injury. I think it's a close football game.
21-17.
I just can't see the Chiefs going to 6-7. I think they find a way to win, or the refs give them 2 or 3 calls to be the difference maker in this game. And I'm going to go 23-20. Kansas City at home in a close one.
I like that prediction.
What's your score, Dre?
I had 21-17.
Okay.
I'm going to go 24-21 Chiefs. They're going to cheat for them. They ain't going to.
That's going to be close.
24 what?
21. Because my thing about it, though, and I love CJ, he's a Buckeye. outside of that rookie year, I feel like the league has caught up to him a little bit. And Schultz. Sorry, I go to the tight ends. He gets some timing, and I just don't know who looked at it and said, you know what? Let's go get both of the Iowa State receivers. I just wouldn't.
So
JQ
Richard
didn't
is
like
picking the
CJ Stroud. Remember,
Lions
he's
over
always-
the Cowboys, and Richard is picking the Chiefs over the Texans.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm picking the Chiefs 21-17. I'm gonna doing the same thing you're doing, Dre.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little closer. Good game. Goodness gracious.
How the hell are we gonna get 18, Richard?
Yeah, man, that's hilarious. The next game we have the Colts at the Jaguars. This kind of feels like a bum fight, but we'll see. We keep talking about some interesting situations with, I've never picked the Jaguars. I don't think. Maybe, which caused injury is, Daniel Jones' injury more than we thought. Yeah, but I still think that the Colts can still. I don't know. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence for whatever reason. So I don't have any other reason besides that. So there you go.
Shootout.
You gonna take the Jags? Okay.
I'm gonna take the Jags too. After seeing that game this past weekend, you can see Daniel Jones' play has dropped off tremendously from earlier this year, and obviously the injuries.
Sauce Gardner's out too. Man, damn! I just saw that.
Right.
Okay. I'm at the
quietly, the Jacksonville Jaguars have won like 3-4 in a row. They're like back up to 8-4 and tied with the Colts in that division.
And they lost that game to the Texans when they should have won. They was up big and let Davis Mills come back on. They could have another game in there. So
a bye week. They're coming off a bye. Okay.
And they're playing good defense right now, the Jaguars. So the defense has gotten better. They're controlling the ball on offense. Travis Etienne. I'm going to go with the Jaguars in this game. I'm going to say 27-20 Jacksonville.
And that trade for Jacoby Myers, quietly, if you watch what he's been doing, when Brian Thomas was out, you get Brian Thomas back. I think Jacoby Myers was always a 2 masquerading as a 1. You let Brian Thomas be the 1, you let Jacoby Myers be the 2. And with that run game, I think it put everybody where they were supposed to be. That Jaguars team is quality playing football.
Yeah, I saw that. I just saw that Sauce was out. I apologize. Okay.
Richard's got the Jags by 10. I've got the Jags in this one, and I don't think I've ever picked the Jags either before.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize that he was out. Yeah, my bad. I didn't realize that Sauce was out, and yeah.
But I got him 24-20.
Jerry, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Jags 20.
That's scary. That's 100% what I was getting ready to say.
I got 27-20 Jags. I'll switch it because I didn't realize that Sauce was out and stuff like that.
That's the same score I picked, 27-20.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Or did I do 27-21? Something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. A really good game here. The next game, we're all picking the Jags. I didn't realize that Sauce was out. Another good game. We got the Bears and the Packers. And I think, obviously, JQ, Rob, you already picked the Packers because of the lack of trust in Caleb Williams. So, obviously I can see that as well as far as, the defense is playing well. Micah Parsons is going to get after it. Jordan Love is a little bit more battle-tested. It'll be a good game for sure, but I think I like the Packers in this particular matchup as well.
Yeah, I still think they can run the ball on the Packers the way they just ran all over it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a competitive football game, but I'm going to go Green Bay 24-20.
Gary?
This is divisional game. I'm going with Chicago.
Okay.
2017.
Wow, on the road.
I'm going to go 21-17. Pack. Ain't going to be a whole bunch of points. The weather's going to be shitty.
I had 27-17. I had 27. I think they're going to get a turnover off of Caleb Williams or something like that. That's what I'm thinking. I think that's what I've got. But it'll be a close game.
I don't understand why you don't put A-Man in the box and let a dude that's only completing 56% of the percentage of his passes beat you throwing the ball. I would make him throw the ball in shitty weather to beat me, and I'm not going to let the run game do it if I'm the Packers.
Yeah. The last game.
What was your score on this game on the Green Bay Chicken?
Well, I think I said 21-17 Packers.
Okay.
Yep.
Richard's got Packers 21-14.
Nice.
gonna be
I
cold.
said 27. I said 27-17.
Nasty.
So we talked about the Eagles, the Chargers here, and we're all dependent upon Herbert. We don't think he's going to play. I mean,
Duke
go
has
ahead.
also got the Bears with me, so I'm not
Bears. Okay,
alone.
Duke.
Does
Okay,
it make you
Duke.
feel better about it?
Yes, it does. Hey, not much better about it, but hey, it's something, right?
They're
I hear
playing
you.
well. They're
You
playing
know
well.
what?
They got it is a rivalry game, so I'll give you that. We got Chargers. We talked about the Herbert injury. It's his non-throwing hand. That is something to think about. But what say you, Rob? You still picking the Eagles in this particular matchup, Rob?
Yeah, I mean, if I was comfortable about Justin Herbert being healthy, I would think the Chargers will win this game, especially the way the Eagles are playing. But obviously, I don't think any of us have are comfortable about Justin Herbert being healthy. So I got to go with the Eagles here, and I'm gonna go 20-17 Eagles here on the road.
Here's my thing, and then I still like San Diego. If you're the Eagles, if not now, when
In the LA Chargers, Richard.
Yeah, you know about it.
That's funny.
My thing is, this is teetering on another collapse for Philadelphia. That Cowboys right playing really good football. You've lost games here in the past couple of weeks if you're the Eagles. You're gonna let a dude that just had surgery this week to put screws and a plate in his hand also be in this week coming up. My thing is, I'm picking the Eagles because if not now, when?
Yeah.
If they lose this game to a banged up Herbert, when all you gotta do is just hit him a couple of times and knock him out the game, like I don't care what you say. You hit him that pocket, you blitz him a couple of times, you hit him and knock him down. He has to brace that hand to fall or catch a helmet in there like this while he's tucked, and you knock him out the game, and the game should be over if you're Philadelphia. I don't know how you lose this game to the Chargers with a banged up Herbert. So I'm picking just for that reason. If they lose the game to banged up Herbert, I feel like their season is over.
Agree. Same. Yeah.
What's your score, Jake?
Where's this game at? Philly or in LA?
It's in LA. It's the Chargers.
Okay. I'm gonna go 27-17 Philadelphia.
What was it, JQ?
27-17 Philly.
Okay. 27-17.
Andre?
I got 24-17 the Eagles.
And that head coach of the Eagles has lost the locker room. They're not going to win this one. I'm going with the beat up Herbert over the Eagles.
Surprise.
He was waiting for that.
And Herbert went to Oregon too. So what do you know?
Surprise.
Hey guys,
I'm not a fan of Herbert at all.
Wow, interesting.
Damn.
Joey Harrington's still waiting for you. Hey,
yeah, he's out back by the piano.
Oh, him and Achilles Smith. Oh, hey, that's bad. Hey, let's talk about a lot of good recruiting news here and the latest news on the college football playoffs. I know Rob and JQ, you guys were kind of going off. I wasn't feeling that well, so I'm glad you guys were able to get that out. So we'll talk about your thoughts about what's happening in the playoffs here. And we'll talk about really quickly USC. I know Gary's going to hate that. They got the number 1 recruiting class. Vandy gets Jared Curtis right now. Obviously, I think it's because money and the fact that Pavio's leaving. So that's a whole other conversation. So, man,
he probably can start. Vanderbilt's probably telling him where you can play right away.
100%. Yep. That's the reason. You get money and you can start right away. Step right in that. So that's a good situation. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, JQ.
Oh, sorry. You can never forget that. When people have been in Nashville, you go to Broadway. The place say, "Hey, bro, you want to go down to Broadway with a little money? Hey, come on." It's just.
Yeah.
I know nobody likes to hear and listen. I take it to the lowest common denominator sometimes, but it's true.
It's true.
But yeah, USC's recruiting.
Do you want to live in Nashville or do you want to live in Athens?
Right. Right. It's like 3 to 5 miles from Broadway. Like, yeah, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. Yeah, we talked about it earlier. I as much as that, I feel like Miami should be ahead of Notre Dame for one because that's just wow that we have a similar schedule. and we play head to head and we beat you. I just don't know how they're behind them. I'm not a big BYU fan, but you still got to give them the credit they deserve. We'll see what happens when they play Texas Tech. I'm gonna hold on to it though. That I just don't think the group of five should get automatic bids in terms of the conference. I understand that Duke might win the ACC and not be in it, but if we're being honest, it's Tulane or James Madison. What do we really think they would do if we put two of those three in college football playoff?
Man, Tulane gonna win it all, man.
Let
Tulane cook, man. We gonna win it all, baby.
Okay.
Oh shit, Rob, he's
because I get it. If you're Texas, you can't lose to a bad Florida team. If you're Alabama, you can't lose to a bad Florida State team. But my comeback also would be: do we think Tulane goes to Gainesville and beats Florida? I don't think so. Do we think James Madison goes and beats Florida State? I don't think they beat Florida State. I don't. I think it's just
Tulane
a different.
Beat Duke and Northwestern.
Listen, I didn't say Duke or Northwestern. I said Florida State or Florida. Like so.
Well, come on, man. Duke.
Stop it.
Wait. So Tulane could beat Duke, but you don't think they could beat Florida State, and Duke is in the ACC championship game over Florida State?
You would put money on Tulane beating Florida State?
They beat Duke, and Duke is in the ACC.
That's
He
not
didn't
what
answer
he
the
asked.
question.
Yeah.
That's not the question I asked. You think Tulane would beat Florida State or Florida?
Would I have put money on it before the season? No, but right now I would, yes.
Now, listen, I wouldn't do it before, after, during, next year, 4 years ago. I wouldn't do it.
Duke, and they beat Duke pretty handily, and Duke is in the ACC championship game, and they're in the same conference with Florida State.
I understand
Who's
that.
David? Who's David? Is that your guy, Rob? David Bentley? Go Green Wave?
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Dave. Yeah, Dave.
Come on, man. Oh,
Personally,
man.
think
Elementary
group of
school
five
classmate.
just have
Shout out to
their own
Dave.
14 playoff and let them have the group of five champion. I don't think there's anything to diminish that. I think it's just a different tier of resources and talent to take away to keep a Alabama if they lose, right, and they go to 3 losses. They leave a Texas out with 3 losses. They leave either a Notre Dame or Miami out because you got to give one of them and then maybe 2 of them get in, especially if Duke wins. 2 of them going to get in and the ACC champion is going to be out. So this is
the year I think we definitely could use a 16-team playoff. I think last year 12 was the right number, but I think this is a year 16 would have been a really good number. Hey, look, and obviously I'm being facetious about Tulane winning it all, and but I firmly believe they can beat Florida State. I mean, they beat Duke, and Duke is in the ACC championship game, and so I firmly believe they can beat Florida State for sure, and no doubt about it either. I'm pretty confident about it. I mean, you see some of the schools Florida State's lost to this year.
Hey,
FAMU probably can beat them.
No, they can't.
That's funny.
FAMU, Bethune-Cookman.
He's stupid.
Alabama State.
Anything else to add to that?
1-10. Put Southern in there too.
Anything else about that? Penn State has been a disaster, man. You talk about just dumpster fire, man. Look at Richard. Okay, well, he's trying to. Richard, don't give Rob any extra. No, I'm just joking. He said he's watched Tulane and giving some love to Rob. So you get some Tulane.
Now, look, like I said, I'm being facetious about them winning it all. I don't think they can. I definitely don't think Tulane can win it all. But can they beat Florida State? I mean, they beat Duke, and Duke is in the ACC championship game.
that was just
the nonsense of the ACC. Listen, 100%. You know what? They might. I don't think they beat Florida. I'm just saying though. Overall, what do we expect of the group of 5 teams where we're excluding the other teams since we have to put at least one of the group of 5 teams in? What are we doing in terms of what do we expect for that group of 5 team to do? Every couple of years you get a Boise State that has a good season and gets a magical win, like the hook and line over Oklahoma. But year in and year out, like I don't know if promising as a bid as a judgment of a team that's playing a harder schedule and has better talent is conducive to getting the best 12 teams to the college football playoff. That's my ultimate statement.
Yeah. Hey, I don't mind letting the best group of 5 team get in. I mean, you got to reward it. It's almost like the NCAA basketball. Now, I don't think you're going to have the upsets in college football that you see in college basketball in the NCAA tournament. No. But I don't mind it. That's their Super Bowl to get in the playoff. I mean, if they win the game, that's a bonus. But their Super Bowl is just to get in and go to it. I don't necessarily mind it, and we'll see what the college football playoff looks like here in a few years if they expand to 16. But I don't necessarily mind it. And but I do agree with you. I don't like the fact that Notre Dame is ahead of BYU and Miami, and I personally think BYU should be number 10 at that. I was doing some homework earlier today on everyone's resume. First off, BYU's only have one loss, and they've beaten 2 top 25 teams. Notre Dame only has one victory over top 25 team, and they have 2 losses, right? So how is Notre Dame over BYU?
You know
why? And then you look at the head-to-head matchup, Notre Dame. You can actually make a case that BYU could be number 7, really, if you look at it. Because Texas A&M has 1 loss, and they've only beaten 1 top 25 team. You can make a case that BYU could be over Texas A&M.
You know why?
Catholics.
Say it.
You know why? Listen. You gotta protect the Catholics. So you gotta protect the SEC too. And they're not gonna do that at the expense with the Big 12. They're not gonna let that happen. So
I agree, but I'm just saying, is it right?
No, it's not. It's not right at all. I guess my thing also is that what's wrong with the Group of 5 just having their own championship? Division 2, Division 3 have their own playoffs. Why can't the Group of 5 have to start with the 14 playoff? And if they get distracted, like, oh, they're really good, expand theirs to 6 or 8 teams, like, because they're going to be competing on the same level. It's not a slight or a knock to them. I just feel like they're on a separate.
That's a good idea.
Than the other ones, and then you're going to exclude somebody out, and then we're going to look up in the first round. And, one of those people with the doors blown off. And, we're going to sit there like, why?
The crazy thing is, if Duke wins the ACC championship game,
the ACC is out.
And James Madison wins their conference, we're going to have 2 Group of 5 teams in the playoffs.
And we have 0 expectations of winning the game.
Yeah. So that would mean James Madison and, I'm hoping Tulane wins, but that North Texas team is actually pretty good. And but so you would have 2 Group of 5 teams in this college football playoff if Duke wins this ACC championship game and James Madison wins.
Think about how good that would be. Tulane, James Madison, North Texas. There's a 4th one that's sitting there right below them. If they had their own 14 playoff, that would be a dang good Group of 5 14 playoff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Rob, talk about Lane Kiffin as a villain, man, at Ole Miss now. Like, we didn't see that coming.
Oh, piss.
Hey, listen, obviously, I agree that there's the way things are done in college football. Even Rick Pitino made a comment about it. Rick Pitino was like, man, you never see guys leaving schools right before the NCAA tournament. And, they wait till after the tournament. The way college football is set up is backwards. And they got to figure out to get that fixed, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at, my Saints had to wait till after the Super Bowl before they could hire Kellen Moore. And look, I'm not an Ole Miss fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I feel bad for those kids. I'm happy we got Lane Kiffin, and I'm happy we got him early because we can get a jump start on the recruiting and the transfer portal, and he can kind of evaluate his roster and get coaching staff together. But ultimately, when you think about it, the best case scenario would have been for him to coach Ole Miss through the playoffs and then come to LSU. But for LSU's sake, it works out in our advantage. But if I want to be fair to those kids, those kids, they're not going to win in the college football playoff without Lane Kiffin. I don't care. I know Lane's going to let Charlie Weiss Jr., offensive coordinator, is coming to LSU, even though Lane's going to let him coach at Ole Miss through the playoffs. And but they're not going to win in the playoffs without Lane Kiffin. He's a difference maker.
Very, very much so. You got a problem when Rick Pitino can criticize you.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a perfect point.
Rick Pitino made a good analogy. He says, if I'm the number 1 seed going into an NCAA tournament, do I leave that school and sign with another school? You don't see that. They play out the season.
No, you don't. But Rick Pitino is a scumbag. So the fact that he allows you to criticize means you messed up. Like, you got Rick Pitino criticizes.
Yeah. And look, I don't blame Lane Kiffin in this situation either. I thought there were some things.
How it works. I mean,
Yeah, it's just how the structure of college football is set up right now. And I know Lane Kiffin maybe said some things in his press conference. Maybe he could have said it a little differently.
Yep.
But I don't blame him for leaving. I mean, LSU is, is a long term. Is long term is a better coaching job than Ole Miss. And look, half those guys on Ole Miss roster, if they had the chance to go to LSU, they would have went to LSU over Ole Miss. Now, Lane Kiffin did a damn good job coaching those guys up, and but most of those guys, and I know I text you guys this, that area, the whole state, Mississippi's got Mississippi State and Ole Miss, but the great players in Mississippi, they want to go to LSU. The great players in Lower Alabama, they got Alabama and Auburn in the same state, but they want to go to LSU. The Florida Panhandle, it's got Florida State and Florida, not far, but those kids want to go to LSU. Houston is a major big talent market. They got Texas and A&M, but those kids want to go to LSU, and you can damn sure believe the best players in Louisiana want to go to LSU. And so it's got a strong recruiting base, and they handpick a few players from around the country. But just from that general area, I mean, you think of LSU's last national championship team, Justin Jefferson from New Orleans, Jamar Chase from New Orleans, Clyde Edwards-Helaire from Baton Rouge, Derek Stingley from Baton Rouge. All those players are all local players. I mean, they got Joe Burrow from Ohio as a transfer. And then you go to the national team before that, Glenn Dorsey from Baton Rouge, right? Jacob Hester from Shreveport. They're winning these. And then the one with Nick Saban, Michael Clayton and Devery Henderson, Louisiana kids. Justin Vincent, Louisiana kids. Chad Lavallee. They win with Louisiana kids. And so that recruiting base is extremely strong.
Oh, listen, very much so. And back to your point, you look at Ohio State, who's the Heartline. Now they're just probably going to lose. They lost Dixon, they flipped to USC. They're probably going to lose Chris Henry Jr. to Oregon because Heartline left on signing day because of the nature of where we are.
Chris Henry Jr. thinking about not signing with Ohio State?
He's committed still, but he's not signed his papers. He said, I'm leaving him in the open for right now because I want to see what Ohio State does. And I can't be mad at him for that. Because what people also have to understand is, you're right, they do want those kids in certain areas want to go to certain schools. But a lot of times these kids are going to school for a certain coach as well. I've got this relationship with this coach. He's been recruiting me. I believe in his vision, his philosophy, what he's done previously and what he's going to do. I want to go play for that guy. He happens to be at that university. Sometimes it melds together, right? Where you get a good coach, like to your point, LSU, where those kids locally want to go to LSU. But when they don't have a good coach, they're not going to go play for a bum-ass LSU if they don't feel like the coach is good. They're going to go somewhere else, which is why LSU had to get this hire right. So I get that. But, yeah, they got to find a way to change the calendar to meet what they're doing now in terms of the playoffs so that it makes sense.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm going to throw a little wrench in this, Jake, and what Rick Pitino was talking about, right? Because you look at what happened this year, right, Rob? We didn't know how Brian Kelly was going to do. We knew that it went downhill fast. But if Brian Kelly doesn't have a
we knew this was a make or break year for him, though.
It was a make or break year. But what if he does well? Then we're not even talking about Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin stays at Ole Miss. Everything stays the same. But because Brian Kelly did terrible, that started the domino effect. Now back to Rick Pitino. Now, if you are doing shitty, but let's say Kentucky calls you or something like that. Hey, that job is open. You're at wherever you're at. You're like, you know what? I'm going to be at Kentucky. Now, you're not going to quit, but you probably had some back channel conversations like, yeah, I'm going to take that job. You're not going to quit right there, but at the end of that, whatever, if I'm at the tournament, hey, guys, guess where I'm going? It's not like it's unheard of, but I'm just saying it's like there's a little kind of pushback as far as, I got to quit. But if that job opens up, you're going to take that job because that's a better job than where you are. I'm just being, like I said, the other side of the argument, if you will. You're not going to necessarily quit, but I'm going to go ahead and take that job. Just let me if we lose the tournament, what?
I'm with you. I'm so interested to see what happens with Penn State because they were the first one to fire the head coach, and they still don't have a head coach on signing day. They don't have a top 70 recruiting class, and that's Penn State. Like, who are they going to get? And I know I'm vested as the Big Ten guy, but man, to be the first one to fire your coach and then damn near be the last one to hire somebody, in the cycle where all these musical chairs have all landed and you're the only one without a partner and you're Penn State, it's wild.
That's why I was talking to you, like whenever you don't fire somebody without having, a backup. That sounds like they just like a shit show. Like,
and it wasn't BYU's head coach. I don't give a fuck what they say. He wasn't their first target.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what's interesting, Deb? Have you seen the recruiting rankings?
Yeah, it's awful.
Montana State's got a better class. I'm here in Bozeman, Montana, where Montana State is.
Wow.
They got a better recruiting class right now. Now, Montana State is a powerhouse in Division I Double A, but that's Division I Double A. And they got a better class right now than Penn State.
That's incredibly
in
wild.
Akron.
Wow.
JQ, you from Ohio. Akron is right behind Penn State. So that's where Penn State is in recruiting class.
Right
now. Let's get to these predictions real fast, and we're going to wrap this up. I know we're going to talk about a couple last things like, man, Eldon Campbell passing. That's terrible, man. Great Lakers center. Just want to talk about that. They did, yes, Chris Paul did dirty. And, man, we'll talk about some situation with Zion Williamson. But let's get these predictions really fast. You got Troy at James Madison. Let's go and kind of like do a quick little lightning round, as they say. Huh?
James Madison.
Yeah, as long as the coach is still there. I know he took the job at UCLA. I'm going to go with James Madison.
I think they'll let him coach it out before he moves.
Yep. Same.
Yeah.
UNLV at Boise State.
Shit.
I know UNLV kind of had a better year. Dan Mullen has done a good job, but the game's in Boise. I'm picking Boise State.
Oh, okay.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I'm picking Boise State.
I don't have a dog in the fight either. Yeah, probably Boise. All right, here you go, Rob. North Texas at Tulane.
Let's go Green Wave.
We knew that was going to happen.
Let Green Wave cook, baby.
Where's that game?
This North Texas team's got a really good
Tulane.
offense, right? I think this game's going to be a close game. I'm going to go Tulane 30-27. And I tell you what, if Tulane's coach, he's still going to, he's taking the Florida job, but Tulane's going to let him coach throughout the rest of this game and if they make the playoffs. But if he wasn't there, I would definitely pick North Texas. North Texas got a really good offense.
But ain't North Texas coach going to Oklahoma State?
Yeah, but I think he's coaching too this game.
Yeah.
Too.
So they both distracted. So I have no idea. So Tulane, so I'm going to go with Tulane.
And the game is in New Orleans, so I'm going to pick Tulane by 3. But North Texas got a really good offense. And this game's kind of scary for Tulane, but I'm not going to pick against the Green Wave.
Not in New Orleans. That's tough.
This is a good game. BYU at Texas Tech. Is BYU that good? I think BYU is gonna pull this out. That's what I've got.
I think Texas Tech is just too
really.
Okay.
I think Texas Tech beats them again.
Really? Is that good? Okay.
Yeah.
Texas Tech seems to be getting better as the season goes along.
Okay.
And another thing about Texas Tech, they're healthier now than they even were the first time they played BYU. And so I think this Texas Tech team is legit. And I think they got a chance to win a game or two in the playoffs too, believe it or not. And I think Texas Tech wins this game over BYU.
That defense is real for Texas Tech. They linebacker. They're trying to get him to the Heisman ceremony.
Yeah, David Bailey.
Yeah,
he's one of the best pass rushers. This is not your mom and daddy Texas Tech team. Your mom and daddy Texas Tech team was finesse and threw the ball all over the field.
Patrick Mahomes.
This is a physical Texas Tech team. They run the ball. They're good in the trenches. And so it's definitely not your Cliff Kingsbury, Patrick Mahomes, Texas Tech teams.
Nope.
Richard, I got your pick down here.
Yeah, I was seeing. Yeah, James Madison by 10, Boise by 7, North Texas by 17. Wow. And BYU
Richard
by 3.
BYU too.
Okay, Richard. Okay.
He was disrespectful. Texas by 17.
Wow. We'll see. Keep an eye on that one.
You just said, Richard, you just said you saw Tulane play 3 times this year. And you're picking Texas Tech.
North
Texas. You picking North
Texas?
Texas?
Yeah.
You picking the mean green over the green wave?
Yep.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Green. Georgia at Alabama. Woo-wee.
I know Alabama beat them in Athens, but I'm going to go with Georgia in this game. Georgia's defense is getting better as the season goes along. And Kirby Smart I think they're a team that's ascending. And this is not your most talented Georgia team that we've seen here over the last 5 years or so. But they are playing better. And I'm going to go with Georgia in this game. I'm going to go 27-21 Georgia.
I'm going to go with Bama because they always seem to have Georgia's number in the SEC championship game for one. And I feel like Bama's got more motivation. I feel like Georgia knows they're in. I feel like Bama knows if they lose, they could potentially be out, even though the committee said they're not going to, you to hurt, mess up your bid. But I don't know if you can do that when you have 2 losses and you got a 3-loss Texas team still sitting there. I'm going with Bama. They're Georgia's kryptonite in the SEC championship game, bro.
Yeah, and if Alabama loses, I think they still should be in a playoff. They shouldn't be penalized for playing an additional game with Notre Dame and Miami sitting at home.
Yeah, I agree with you, but given what this committee has done, I don't know if I trust that. I don't know if Alabama trusts that.
What's your score, JQ?
Ooh, I tried to give me a ticket, but they was wow. I said, "Damn, I ain't paying $270 stuff in the nose, please." I'm gonna go
change for you.
Shit.
Go.
24, Alabama.
Say that again.
28-24.
Okay.
I will give Kirby Smart some credit because I do appreciate how he talks about coaching. He's like, yeah, you can't. He plays his players. He's like, doesn't matter. You can't be scared. You can't be scared of injury. So I give him some props, man, because he was like, it doesn't matter. They can get injured in practice, and you got to play, man. You can't be scared of it, man. So I wish Raheem would take that damn type of this situation, not playing folks in preseason.
Richard's got Georgia winning by 7 in overtime.
So what you're saying is you want the Falcons to hire Kirby Smart?
That's not what I'm saying. It's not going to happen. But I'm just saying it was just I just appreciate the fact that he doesn't like. You got to play your players. You can't be scared.
What's the more important football program in the state of Georgia, the Falcons or the Georgia Bulldogs?
Georgia Bulldogs. Bulldogs, 100%.
Yeah. I tell people that all the time. Even in Louisiana, it's the LSU Tigers. They're the more important football program.
Because there's apathy. Apathy started setting now with the Falcons. All right, JQ, here's your big game, man. Indiana at Ohio State. We know it's going to Ohio State. This is going to be a good game, though, man. I'm excited to see this.
Listen, it's going to be a fantastic game. When I tell people, it was like, well, Indiana hasn't beat Ohio State since like 1988 or some wild shit like that. With that Indiana team with Mendoza and those wide receivers, what I told y'all before in the podcast is my concern about that Ohio State team, that defense, was the secondary. And the fact that most teams don't really take enough shots down the field to either get a big play or just draw pass interference to keep the chains moving. I'm really interested to see what Patricia does against Mendoza and those wide receivers in this game, because that's going to be one of the few teams that's got a quarterback and the skill positions to challenge them. I think it's going to be a really good game. But I'm going to take Ohio State, of course, but in that, those seniors have just now got to win against Michigan. They haven't won a Big Ten title since 2020. So I know Ryan Day has really been pushing that, hey, we still got things we want to do as a team that we haven't done here under my tenure. So I'm going to take Ohio State. It's going to be a really good game, though. I think Ohio State wins by 4. I think it's going to be 28-24.
Look at Richard picking Indiana by 3.
That's not surprising.
Hey, JQ covered it. When you look at Fernando Mendoza completing about 72% of his passes, and those wide receivers that Indiana have, those guys are NFL draft picks. I have Cooper going in the 2nd round. I have the other one going in the 3rd round. I mean, they're not first-round wide receivers, but they're NFL guys that's going to get drafted.
They're NFL talent.
And also, I got some of their offensive linemen getting drafted too off of this Indiana team. So offensively, they have the personnel. I don't think they have the personnel to slow down Ohio State. And I think Ohio State has more impact defensive players when you look at Arvell Reese, when you look at Sonny Styles, when you look at McDonald at defensive tackle, when you look at Caleb Downs.
To
me, that's going to be the difference in the game. I don't think Indiana's got enough impact defensive players that Ohio State has. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm going to go 31-27 Ohio State in this game. But I think Ohio State's impact defensive players makes a couple of big plays that may be difference in the game, because Indiana doesn't have any big play defensive guys. They got, like I said, they got legitimate NFL talent on offense and may have the best quarterback in college football, but I just don't think they have enough impact defensive players.
There's a little note for you there, JQ, from Richard.
Oh, I saw that bullshit. I don't listen to the loser rings.
Andre.
I mean, I kind of like, Robert's made a good point. Again, it can go either way. I'm thinking. I think Indiana can do the impossible, but not that I hate Ohio State, JQ. I'm just, I'm just.
Listen, say it with your chest.
I was just born in Indiana. I was just born in Indiana, so I think it's gonna be a close game.
You gotta have the chest to pick Indiana over
Who you picking?
Ohio State.
Say it with your chest.
Indiana by 3, but like I said, only because it can go either way. I think it's gonna be like a really.
That's because he's from Indiana. You know that.
That's some reason why.
That's why I was wondering if he was.
That's some reason why.
What's your score?
It's gonna be like 27-30. Indiana, but I wouldn't. Not because I hate JQ. That's.
You dead to me, Dre.
Oh man.
So am I.
I'm just messing with you.
No, it's all good. The only
Gary, you picking Indiana too?
It's tight. It's gonna. It's like
it's gonna be a really good
Ohio
game.
State. Ohio State's got all the talent, and
I do think Ohio State needs a close game. I said that last week.
Yeah,
I think
it's
they
gonna
need a
be.
close game.
It's not.
They haven't had one since they played Texas in week 1.
But they're gonna be ready to play, man. Ohio State's gonna be a tough challenge.
Every one of these scores are less than a touchdown.
It's not. It could be like a 31-30 game like that. I can see it like something like that too, because it's just too much good talent. And Indiana's like a shock team, so they're gonna be ready to play. That's where I'm kind of like the win. No offense, Gary, when they went across to beat Oregon, that was the difference maker. I was like, oh my god, let's start paying attention to them, and because that was a good squad. I mean, Ohio State is a definitely different level. Ohio State is another level. But I don't think they're gonna, back down. That's why it's gonna be close. It can go either way.
I think it's gonna be a close game. You won't hear me say nothing crazy like that. They're gonna come out there and win by 50. That's not happening.
Yeah,
that's gonna be
Signetti is a heck of a coach. I got to give him credit. For what he's doing there in Indiana. No doubt about it.
I just like the coach, man. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if Ohio State pulls it off. Like I said, I just like the way the Indiana's playing too. But
I'm going with Indy as well in this, 27-24.
It's gonna be tight.
I think this is by far this is the game of the year for me.
100%. I cannot wait to watch this game. It's gonna be
really good teams.
Hey, can we talk about game day? Really, ESPN? Really, we're gonna go to the Georgia Alabama game for game day over 1 versus 2 undefeated teams. The top 2 Heisman hopefuls together. You're gonna choose to go to the SEC championship game versus the Big Ten championship game?
Well, that's because
because
Fox has the Fox have the Big Ten.
But don't tell me you're going to pick the best games then if you're going to say your game day. Like, bro, it's 12-0 versus 12-0. 1 versus 2.
But Richard had a point there.
It might go to overtime.
It could.
Yeah, it's not. It's going to be a good game, man. And like I said, it's not Ohio State shape.
I won't be surprised either way. Yeah. I'll be shocked if it's not really close.
Yeah, agreed. I do like if it's not close either way. I think it's going to be a really tight, competitive ball game. I think.
Yeah.
Do your last thing.
I think both teams are going to move the ball in this game. I really do.
Yep.
I think it's going to be which team could get the stops on defense. And
when you
think about the personnel, Ohio State has better defense personnel.
They do.
I know they may not have the elite corners, but I don't know if Indiana can cover Jeremiah Smith. And
that's true.
Tate.
That's true too.
And I think that's where the difference in the game is going to be.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. All right, do your last thoughts. We'll wrap this up. Do your last thoughts about the Clippers doing Chris Paul dirty. Eldon Campbell, and then
sound like Chris Paul had a lot to do with that himself, though. Too.
I was gonna say I think Chris Paul did Chris Paul dirty.
He was talking a lot of ish, wasn't he? He's like, "Yo, y'all suck."
That's what Chris Paul always been, though.
He wasn't talking to Tyronn Lue either. He was like, "Yeah, they weren't talking." You're like, "What? You were talking to the coach?" Oh man!
Yeah, no, that's insane.
Oh man, he was dogging James Harden. Lazy. Stop going.
Where's he going to go next, and who would want him?
I don't know. After this, man, Chris Paul is a required taste. Now, look, he's never won a championship. I mean, he's definitely one of the best point guards of all time.
Lakers did him wrong, man. The league did him wrong. The NBA did him wrong, man.
He's one of these guys that's just going to nudge at you, and everybody can't really handle that kind of personality. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where he would go, right? And his family's in Los Angeles, so I'm sure he doesn't want to leave too far. to go to LA. If I'm Chris Paul, man, why not just go ahead and retire now? I mean, you say you're gonna retire at the end of the season. Why waste your time trying to go and sign with another team? And unless OKC's got a spot for you, you can win another championship and ride the bench. But I don't even think they have a spot. And I definitely wouldn't give up one of them good young. I mean, OKC is deep, man. They got like 12, 13 guys that could play.
Right.
And I wouldn't give up one of them young players to bring in Chris Paul.
Hell no.
No way. And so I mean, if I'm Chris Paul, man,
what's next for him? If he does leave, what's next for him? Do you think he doesn't have the personality for coaching?
Shit, I was gonna say NBA TV.
Yeah, he can do TV for sure.
Yeah.
I think he can do TV for sure.
But listen,
I think he can even play a role. He was on the he was a president of the NBA Players Association for a long time. I think he could even play a role in the NBA front office too.
Yeah.
Listen, I would love to put him on TV because he's gonna be on the TV and talk reckless about somebody, and they're gonna get mad. It's gonna be fantastic ratings. I would put him on TV because he can't help himself.
He cannot.
You know what my next comment was, JQ, is he's going to be really rough around the edges, and they're going to have to somehow tame him. Is what my next comment was going to be when you said that.
Yeah, listen, it's gonna be fantastic because he's gonna give you how he feels about it, and that's just who he's been. And they just wasn't. I don't know how they wasn't ready for it. Everybody knows that's how Chris Paul is. I don't know if he wants to do TV like that, but if I would, I let him go on TV and talk bad about somebody, and they respond, and it's gonna blow up social media, and it's gonna be great for them. Why not?
Prime Video, man, they got nothing but stars on the NBA set, man. Dwayne Wade, McGrady. I mean, they got Carmelo Anthony, and he would fit right in with that group. I mean, they all kind of came in the league around the same time.
Yeah, they would be clowning, and Duke, Oklahoma City. I don't even know what they do with those picks. Like they're going to just sell them for money.
Yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, we talked about the OKC. The OKC, it's under 21-1. Yeah,
OKC is just ridiculously good, man. I
mean, 3 first-round picks. That's a masterclass in how to dominate a league.
Then their first-round pick this year is not even playing. I mean, that's how deep they are.
Yeah.
Abundance of riches, a masterclass. That's why we want to be a fan. Let's wrap this up. And Chris Paul kind of reminds me of like, it's like the name kind of elicits so many things. Like whenever we got I was a huge Kenny Anderson fan. The Hawks got him really late in his career. Like, oh man, not the same player. That's kind of how it feels. Just a name, man. Just kind of let it go, man. It's not even worth it anymore. You guys will talk about Elton Campbell and about Giannis maybe open to trade. And Zion Williams is probably done. Rob, you know that for a fact, man. It's over, man. Stop paying strippers, Zion.
Yeah, I mean the Zion Williamson thing, man, is at some point, the guy's always hurt, and now he's hurt again.
Wasted.
And look, I don't think the Pelicans can get much for him, but at some point you just got to say, hey, we're gonna cut you, or I don't care what you get for him. You're not gonna get anything great for him. And the funny thing is, I don't think they're better with him anymore. I mean, he has not improved his game. He can't hit a wide open 15-footer. He barely can hit a wide open 8-footer. And so, I mean, he hasn't even improved his game. Everything has got to go to the post with him, and teams just back up off of him because he doesn't like the post. He likes to drive and penetrate. And, I mean, I think if you're the Pelicans, you got to build around these 2 young rookies, Jeremiah Zero Fears and Derek Queen, and start building from there. I mean, you got to get rid of Zion Williamson off that roster. It's just long overdue.
Him and John to the Nets.
So what?
Him and John Morant, put them together, send them to the Nets, send them to the outpost.
There you go. Mm-hmm. I don't care where he goes, man. He can go play for the Harlem Globetrotters. All I care.
He had all that talent coming in, but I always thought his size was just
that's when he slimmed down, Gary. That messed him up. When he slimmed down, he became a different player.
We had to take that pressure off those joints. So
you have to take the pressure off, but he was just an athlete at that size. But it just because he was #1 pick. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. And look,
crazy.
you can't. I don't blame the Pelicans for taking him because I don't care who had the #1 pick that year. They would have took Zion.
Yeah,
it just didn't work out. And at some point, you just got to say, hey, let's just cut our losses and see what we can do. I mean, Derek Queen, man, he's got Nikola Jokic kind of potential. I mean, he's like 6'10", 6'11", brings the ball up the court. I mean, he's not athletic. He's kind of just like Jokic. They're not athletic. They just make smart plays. Good passes. He can shoot. I mean, he's a rookie. He can already hit open 20 and 23-footer. Zion can't hit an open 8-footer.
Damn. What about Eldon Campbell, guys? We'll talk about him, then we'll wrap this up.
Yeah, kind of shocking. Yeah, I don't know if he was having, I haven't really read up to see if he was had any health challenges, but 57 years old, still, rather young, and just hate to see that, man. I remember watching him in college at Clemson, and then of course with the Lakers for all those years. I think he played with the Pistons for a couple of seasons, as well, and it's just one of those things that's just kind of shocking, especially when you watch somebody play going back to their college days.
Yeah. And getting out range, in terms of age.
And I don't know what he died of or anything. It's too bad being that age, and there's it's sad, but it seems like in a lot of these big athletes like that, whether they're big football player, lineman type, the ones that keep their size or gain a little bit of weight, it seems like they have so many more health issues because their hearts just can't function with a body that big.
Yep.
And the smart ones, like you see some of these linemen that were 330 pounds, and all of a sudden you see them on TV or something, and they're 100 pounds lighter. Those are the smart ones that are taking all of that off of that stress off of their hearts and stuff like that.
Bring off their body.
Yeah. It's too bad to see a young guy like that.
They say the cause of his death is unknown at this time. I guess
that's crazy.
Uh-oh, that's scary.
Wrap it up, Rob.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of Talking Sports for the 12th man. We got conference championships. Let's go Green Wave this weekend. Nobody worrying about Ohio State and Indiana. Everybody want to watch the Green Wave on Friday night. Let's go. Let's go. So, I kid because I care. But next week, we want to hear from y'all. We'll keep you posted on what night we're going to be on. Like I said, big weekend, conference championship games, Big Ten, SEC. And we didn't even talk about the lousy ACC matchup between Duke and Virginia. We didn't predict that game.
Because nobody care.
Yeah. So next week, we want to hear from the state of Ohio, the state of Indiana, the 5 people that are actually Duke football fans, and maybe the 15 people that are Virginia football fans. We want to hear from y'all on next week as well. And we get ready for the college football playoffs. That'll be the official 12-team brackets will be out on next week, and we're getting closer to the NFL playoffs too. So tune in next week. We'll have a lot more for you guys. Oregon State has a new coach. As Richard is just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
Who is it, guys? We'll see you guys next week. Do good, guys. Good night.
Have a good night.